No, your appeal is not to transfer to the CBI?
Yes, my.
They have taken 20 years to come to your lordship's court. You went to Lok Ayukt court. You went to Lok Ayukt court. You wanted Lok Ayukt investigation. Now you say Lok Ayukt should not investigate. What kind of petitions are these, Mr. Raghavan? Lord, I respectfully urge your lordships. This is an abuse of process.
No, 1 minute, sir.
Don't encourage
I am
it.
not even
No.
completed my submission.
You know, if your lordships are inclined to transfer to CBI, then Lord, nothing will be left. He doesn't want truth to come out.
Please, sir.
He wants that truth which CBI will tell him.
said what I want.
He wants
I have
that
not even
truth.
said what I want.
At this stage, you
will
cannot come
have-
for CBI
Will you please
investigation.
give me the courtesy
I don't
of
think
1
you are-
minute of hearing?
Right from common, Mr. Raghavan, it's your duty to point out law correctly to the court.
What's wrong about it, my lord? So
Because
that,
I'm sorry.
1 minute, sir. Let me complete.
That there
So
is
that,
no-
my lord, my petition
there is
doesn't
no-
become
There
infructuous.
is no prima facie.
My
case,
petition
it
will
is
not become infructuous. What's wrong
You
about
have
that?
not challenged. My lord, I must think. Lok Ayukt
What is this, my
order
lord? I
is
don't
not
understand my
challenged.
defense, sir.
Lok Ayukt
Okay,
order
the
is
very
not
fact
subject
that
to
they're
He left it to your
I
discretion.
don't know what
to your-
management is saying, my lord. I'm not going to take
what-
what
Now
he's
you
saying.
are
Sir, what is-
opposing here any
please be careful.
settlement.
No, it's still can fake comply, Madad. How will this go on, Madad? They will have said we have investigated half the matter and we have now come to a conclusion. All that nobody will be able to.
Lord, I have moved an application for adjournment before your lordships because of the.
No, there is no stay, sir, before the division bench.
I entirely agree, my lord. If your lordships want to proceed, I will assist you.
Yes, sir.
It's my duty to Lord tell your lordships that notice has been issued, it's fixed for hearing, and
Yes,
we have challenged both
No,
your
you-
lordships.
You did not seek a
substantive-
stay of the order before the division bench?
He did. The division bench said no. In fact, division bench asked Mr. Raghavan in open court that what will be your response before the learned single judge on the next date. But anyway, that's apart. If your lordships are so keen to hear this matter, I can't, Lord.
No,
I
it's
will-
not the question of keenness, but since it is listed and I had already directed.
Process
Yes,
is not, service
That's
is not
true, my
complete.
lord. That's true, my lord. But a
Well,
division
then
bench has taken
who has to be
cognizance.
My lord, the respondent
Why-
number 9, my lord, is the chief minister.
His wife,
10, my lord, is his wife. And 11 is the brother-in-law.
Huh.
And that's all been paid, my lord, I think.
Why don't you convict them, Mr. Raghavan, right here, without hearing anybody? What is all this happening? 20 years later, you file these proceedings and you
No, no,
want
those,
decided
those
post
proceedings are over. It is before the division bench. Let
Yes.
us not go back in time and consider, hear whatever
No,
has
but-
happened in that
No,
case.
Lord, here the Lok Ayukt court was moved at his instance. Lok Ayukt
No,
court has
true.
passed an order.
No,
Lok
that's the way. Where are the records?
My lord, can I,
one other thing, Manoj, your
can I
lordship,
make
kindly
may I have
take,
the
your lordship, may
petition
kindly
to the
take,
case and let me tell you, lordship.
All right. Yes, on what,
Lordship,
what,
just
what is your
court
ground
officer.
that you are seeking to transfer, sir?
My lord, the reason, my lord, is only this much. My lord, in fact, my lord, the reason is really what your lordships have said in an earlier judgment, my lord, where your lordships refused to transfer.
Refuse to transfer?
Yes, that is, my lord, in the Reserve Bank case. That a sitting member of the Legislative Assembly and certain high functionaries are allegedly involved in the alleged misappropriation of funds. When ministers or high functionaries who are involved in particular allegations and those allegations are being investigated into, such investigations must be entrusted to independent agencies which are not under the control of the state government. And it is only then it would instill public confidence in the investigation or provide credibility to such investigation. The whole emphasis, my lord, is that here is the chief minister of the state who is directly involved in the matter according to us. Let this matter be entrusted to an agency which is not under the control of the state government. And that is the reason why, my lord, your lordship said, let me see the investigation. What you have done. Lord, please see the investigation. Ultimately, my lord, whatever I may say, that it should be transferred to a agency outside the state and not under the control of the state government. My learned friends may oppose it. Your lordships are fully aware of the facts of the case because your lordships have heard this matter, my lord, for days and days.
Well, then
Ultimately,
I
my lord, it is a
and I
question
have
of
been
how your
condemned-
lordships
I have
feel.
been condemned
1 minute,
without
let me
hearing.
complete. I mean, I am, please.
Respondent number 12
I'll
has
get- I'll
been
get back to you,
condemned
sir.
on suppression by Mr. Raghavan's clients.
The way, sir. I'll
On
get back to you, sir.
suppression.
Mr. Dave, I think I am entitled to
Lord, I
be
was
heard
entitled
completely
to
without
Mr.
interference from you.
Raghavan, you should have joined
Please.
me at the party in the first round. You have
Why,
obtained
why
an
don't
order
you have
against
your
my
say when
back.
your turn comes, not interrupt me?
Against my back.
Please.
Tell the
I mean, this
court
is not
that.
this is not the way it's done, my lord.
Clearly
I
tell
strongly
the
object
court.
to what my learned friend does.
All right. Yes, you continue. I'll get back to you, sir.
Yeah, let him have his say. I will not interrupt him. He
Yes.
can be assured about it. My lord, your lordships are fully aware of the facts of the case. Therefore, my lord, I don't think I want to detain your lordships into telling your lordships what the facts of the case are, independent of what your lordships' findings are. Now, my lord, the only question therefore is as to whether your lordships think that this is the case where, having regard to the transparency in investigation and public confidence in investigation, whether this is a matter which should be entrusted to the agency like CBI. Now, it's ultimately the court's view, my lord. So, however much I may say it should be done, however much my learned friends say it should not be done, ultimately, my lord, it is not a case where we are trying to educate your lordships on what the facts of the case are, because I think your lordships knows the facts of the case fully. Now, therefore, my lord, my respectful submission is your lordships, therefore, my lord, in order to satisfy your lordship that the investigation is going on the right lines, not the conclusion of the investigation. That, of course, my lord, your lordships are not concerned with it. None of us are concerned with it. In order to ensure that the investigation is not being procrastinated, in order to ensure that the investigation is going on the right lines, your lordships ask the state to produce before your lordships, in order that your lordships may be satisfied, the investigation record, let them produce it.
My lord, let them comply with the office of objection by service of everybody. Before he starts arguing, let the process be complete. Your lordship, we should notice.
This is the whole object.
May I, with your lordship's permission, my lord, have a word?
sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
possible? My lord, there are three issues that arise. in
You're
this.
appearing for?
My bad.
I'm preparing for the
Yes,
state, my lord.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
preparing along with the
Yes, sir.
activity. My lord, there are three issues that arise.
Yes, sir.
Number one, my lords, no proceedings for transfer of any investigation can take place without the presence of those who are alleged to be accused in the case.
Yes, yes.
That's number one.
Yes, sir.
So before such a thing can be argued, my lords, they have to be present in court.
All right.
Number one.
Now
Num-
only R12 is represented, 9 to 11 are not.
That's what I'm saying, my lords. So everybody has to be present, my lords. That's all I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Number two, my lords, the matter is pending before the division bench. Of course, there is no stay, and your lordships mentioned it in the morning.
Yes.
But my request to your lordships is let's assume, my lords, your lordships is inclined to or transfers the matter to the CBI.
Yes, sir.
Our appeal will become infructuous.
No, your appeal is not to transfer to the CBI?
Yes, their
Which
appeal.
appeal?
One appeal.
There is-
By, Lord,
Again,
one
your
of my
lordship,
appeals.
notice was issued and call for records.
Huh.
Your appeal number
But
1719.
the main appeal is not for transfer of the
No, no,
CBI.
no.
No,
that-
1719 is.
No,
Yes.
All right.
That will
And
become
noted,
infructuous.
Lord.
That
The
will
order-
become.
No,
Justice-
that should have been told to the division bench, and division bench should have pressed for an interim.
No, the
order.
division
did.
bench said you mention
They
it to the next single judge. I'm sorry, but I was there. Therefore, I'm saying this.
Yes,
The
sir.
division bench said, please mention it to the learned single judge. Right? That's the second issue, Maharaj, that I wish to
Yes.
raise.
Yes, sir.
The third issue, which is even more important, is, Maharaj, at this point in time, Maharaj, the problem is there are many constitutional issues involved in this, Maharaj,
Yes.
which have been indicated by me in the appeal, Maharaj. It is my humble request to your lordships, Maharaj, that heavens are not going to fall, Maharaj, because the investigation is going on by the Lokayukt. Heavens are not going to fall if your lordships adjourns this matter so that the appeal court can decide. Or if your lordships think that your lordships wants to continue with the matter, then, Maharaj, this application that has been moved should be rejected formally, Maharaj, so that some
Which
order
application for adjournment.
Yes, it should be rejected formally so
Yes.
that, Maharaj, some action can be taken. These are my three requests to your lordships, and I leave it to your lordship.
Yes.
In any case, this cannot continue till such time as everybody is present. And number four, Maharaj, is a request, Maharaj, to the other side. They made some personal allegations against the Advocate General, Maharaj.
Personal
Litigation,
allegations where?
Lordship, may kindly see, my lord.
they are sending letters and they are published in newspapers
What
saying
personal
you are
allegations?
biased. They are biased, and it's very unfortunate.
Your lordship,
Litigation of this nature should be fought, Maharaj, on a level playing field, Maharaj,
but
as litigation should be
What is
fought.
this? Your petitioner.
your lordship, may kindly see next document.
You should ask your client to encourage
Of course, my lord.
restraint.
But I didn't know.
No,
I
but
didn't
it's
know.
not-
Matter is sub judice.
Of course, my lord, I agree, my lord.
Matter is
I
sub
don't
judice,
think-
and
I
these things should not.
I don't think I am going to even whisper a defense. If
Well,
this is
number-
being done by my client, it is improper, and I'm going to tell him that he should not do it.
Number four, Maharaj, this is
I
important.
agree, my lord. I agree with my learned friend, and I bow down to what your lordships are saying.
Number four, Maharaj,
All of you, the parties, stakeholders should encourage restraint.
Well, I
So that
didn't know,
matter
my
is
lord.
sub judice, we can
I
decide it.
got to know
Yes.
about it only now. We didn't know it all.
Yes.
Maharaj,
I-
number
in fact,
four.
my
one second.
on behalf of the petitioner, I apologize to my lord.
No, that doesn't
No,
matter.
this- no, I mean,
Number
except-
four,
No, no,
Maharaj,
it should not be
One, a
done.
learned friend, my lord.
It should not be done. I agree, my lord. It should not be done. No, no, no.
Maharaj,
Yes.
I have. There is another application, I believe, that has been filed for making an ED the party in these proceedings. Maharaj. If such an
Not
application
listed, my
is
lord. It's just
taken on
been
record,
filed.
minutes,
We have filed it.
Ah.
We
Yes.
have filed an application to
Just-
implead the enforcement directorate also as a party to.
in which case, Madaj, we
No, no,
will
it's
have
not
to
listed.
file a reply. I'm just
And
let
that
me.
ends.
All
Of
right,
course.
all right.
In which case, we have to file a reply to that application,
Of
Madaj.
course.
We strongly object to it, but we'll give our reasons for that, Madaj. So therefore, these are the 4 reasons I have, Madaj, which I want to place before your lordship.
Next time,
They
therefore,
have, they have taken 20 years to come to your lordship's court. Kindly grant Lord sufficient time. Lord, there is no hurry. Your lordship
all right.
knows this is all in
No,
the
we'll,
realm of
we'll do
politics.
it. Well, for application, objections to the application should be enough, sir. Yes,
I must say
a
one
week's
thing.
time is granted.
Lord,
to
one thing
file-
to correct the order. I don't
Sir.
think, Lord, notice was accepted in my matter on behalf of respondents, concerned respondents, Lord. Only
That is
emergent
what-
notice was issued to 9 to 12. So council's
fact,
name is
what
not
happened-
mentioned.
Then serve it by hand summons, sir.
Yes, I
Lord,
just.
if they accept, well and good. If they
Order
don't, we'll
comes
send it
correctly.
behind
Then
some.
affidavit.
Your lordship have said it. I'm not able to fathom my learned friend's
So
objection.
that's all right.
You know,
Why-
the order, Mr. Raghavan, I am only pointing out what is recorded in the order.
Appeal can become infructuous. Similarly, my lord, I have another protection that I need from the court. Now, my lord, if in the meantime taking advantage of the fact that these proceedings where we are seeking for referring the matter to CBI is adjourned, whether up to 18th or beyond 18th, whatever, my lord, we are in your lordship's hands. Then, my lord, in the meantime, if the Lok Ayuktha says I have completed an investigation, I am closing the investigation, then, my lord, there will be a problem. Therefore, my lord, my respectful request is in order to maintain.
You went to Lok Ayukt court.
My
You
lord,
went to Lok Ayukt court. You wanted Lok Ayukt investigation. Now you say Lok Ayukt should not investigate. What kind of petitions are these, Mr. Raghavan? Lord, I respectfully urge your lordships, this is an abuse of process
No,
of
1
court.
minute, sir.
Don't
I
encourage
have not
it.
even
No,
completed my
one-
submission.
one
My
minute.
learned
Please
friend
don't
already-
encourage it.
No,
Let
no.
me say what
If
I want to say,
if
sir.
I've
This is
understood
an
what-
abuse.
Let me say what I want to
No,
say.
if I've understood what Raghavan sir is saying is, it should not be, this petition should not be rendered
Exactly.
fait accompli.
Therefore, I have only one
Well,
request.
that's all.
my
So
It
lord.
should
our
not be
appeals
rendered
can be
fait accompli.
rendered infructuous. Your lordships will accept that.
No, no, I'm not saying
I
that
don't
also.
understand this approach
I
of
am
the
not-
court.
Sir, that is before the division bench.
Yes,
It is for
but
the
our
division
appeals
bench
are-
to say.
Our appeals are
Sir,
against
it
your
was
order
1
of
minute.
5th of November, my
It
lord.
was for the division bench to say that those proceedings would become
Lord,
a problem
cannot
if this
understand
proceeding is
what
not
is the
stayed.
great, if
Can
your
I-
lordships are
I'm
inclined
making
to
one
transfer
submission which will
to
maintain-
CBI,
which will-
then my lord, nothing will be left. Because I have.
I'm gonna
No,
let
no,
me
I am
say some.
appearing-
Now, it
Yes.
is, sir, in the
I am
fitness of
appearing-
things, no,
I am-
in the fitness of things, till the next date at least, where are the investigation papers?
Can I
Give it.
make one submission, my lord? We should protect the interest of all the parties. My learned friend will kindly bear with me and hear me for 1 minute only.
He doesn't want
Ah,
truth to
madam,
come out.
please, sir.
He wants that truth which
I
CBI will
have
tell
not said
him.
what I want.
He wants
I have
that
not even
truth.
said what I want.
Your
Please, Mr.
lordships
Dave.
have not indicted already parties.
I don't
by
think,
your
my lord,
judgment.
I
Lord,
don't think
let
this
me-
court
let me
knows
say
what
one
I
thing.
want to
Mr.
say.
Raghavan,
I
just
don't know how my
a minute.
learned friend knows. I mean, if he has got an
Raghavan, just a minute. Lord, let me say one thing.
getting into my mind to learn to know
Lord,
what I want to say, my
Lord,
lord, I
let
don't know.
me say
say
one
what
thing.
I want to say.
Your lordship,
On a
we can
serious
see page
note, Lord,
Can I,
256.
can I
serious
say one
note.
thing, my
What
lord?
is
Lord,
sought
on
about the
24th,
Lok Ayukt
24th
investigation.
September
Can I-
judgment.
257 in their
Can I
petition.
say one
Just a
thing?
sec, Mr.
No,
Advocate
before the
General.
Lok.
Before
Yes.
257 for, just for a moment.
No, it was not.
257, just for a minute, 257
Of what, which papers?
of their writ petition. Man.
257.
257. Man. Starts at 239. At 257, refer the complaint under
Police wing of the Lokai.
to the police wing. That has been done. His petition has been allowed.
Can
No, his petition having been allowed, he's agreed. He's not
say
challenged
what
that
I
order.
want to say? Mr. Learned Advocate General will kindly permit me to say what I want to say.
All right.
Let me have at least the satisfaction of saying what I want to say without my learned friends stopping me from even saying what I want to do. Whether it will be granted or not is a different issue.
Yes.
But all that I'm saying, my lord, is in order that while their fear is that if the matter is referred to CBI for whatever reason, my lord, whatever the court may do, your lordship's power under 226, my lord, now is confirmed to have the right to refer the matter to CBI. That, my lord, cannot be taken away. In spite of the fact that...
That is
the
not
state government-
correct. I have enough number of Supreme Court judgments which say that this should not be referred to CBI. This is not a case. Unless you can point out that Lok Ayukt investigation was faulty.
Right.
It has
Let
not
me
even
say-
begun. It has not even given report.
Mr.
At this
Dave,
stage, you
will
cannot come
have-
for CBI
Will you please
investigation.
give me the courtesy
I don't
of
think
1
you are-
minute of hearing?
Right from common Mr. Raghavan, it's your duty to point out law correctly to the court. Don't cite Lordship's judgment because it pleases Lordships. There are Supreme Court judgments, I will show number of them, which say that this investigation cannot be transferred. I will show that.
I will be educated
It's not
if you show
I
it.
do not.
But please
Some-
permit me to say what I want to say.
The facts of
I mean, there is a
Judgment-
limit
facts
up
of
to
the
this.
case.
I mean, I understand your
Judgment-
objection.
Sir, one
Say
minute.
what I want to say.
Judgments are on both sides, whether it should be transferred to the CBI and when it should be transferred, when it should not be transferred. All that,
I'm
it is not that.
My lord, I'm not on that
Exactly.
issue at all. I'm not even said what I have in my mind, which will protect the interest of both the parties. My lord, all that I'm now saying is because of the delay, neither the writ petition should be rendered infructuous, nor if your lordships are granting an order for transfer without adjourning it, the writ appeal should not get infructuous. Both have to be balanced.
Now,
So all
that is what senior counsel
No, I
Kapil
understand.
Sibal sir told.
now giving a lordship via media, my lord, which will protect the interest of both the parties. My lord, all that I want to do is, now, my lord, investigation is being done by the local. Let them not close the investigation with your lordship's leave. That is all. What's wrong about it, my lord?
Well,
That-
I'm
my-
sorry.
one minute, sir. Let me complete.
That there
So
is
that,
no-
my lord, my petition
There is
doesn't
no-
become
There
infructuous.
is no prima facie.
My
case, they
petition
should
will not become infructuous. Your lordships are not
This
saying the
is
CBI
not
should be should investigate the matter.
So
Right.
you want a stalemate in the investigation.
No. Let the investigation, let them not close it. Let them not come to a final
So
conclusion
let
without
them
your
not
lordship.
file the final report is what is.
Yeah, that's all. Investigation must go on. Of course, I don't know. That will be committing suicide. I will not do that.
My lord, this.
You-
I'm not, I don't think.
He doesn't trust
I'm
his-
only saying, let not the investigation be concluded without your
May I-
lordship's leave.
may I make a-
That's all.
My
Now,
lord,
my lord, if
There
that
is
happens,
no
how are they
prayer.
going to have?
There is no prayer in this petition.
No
There
interest.
is no prayer in this
It is
petition.
part of
against
the order
local
granting
investigation.
adjournment.
No, no,
Let us
not
make-
a prayer.
Condition that
Your
your
only
lordship
prayer
will impose by
is
granting
CBI.
adjournment.
Transfer to CBI.
understand
There
this,
is
my
no
lord. I mean,
prayer.
this is
Look at your
going,
prayer clause.
my lords, may I make a
Look at
request?
your prayer clause.
Yes. No, sir.
Yeah.
We will take it on 17th, 18th or 19th. Please decide and tell me
But I
whatever
want it on
orders.
17th if it is possible because I have some inconvenience on 18th and 19th.
No, I have a
All-
problem.
On 17th, I will be obliged.
Sibyl sir
19th.
and the way
Nine-
sir, come to a consensus and tell me
19th,
when I should
19th.
take. We'll,
I
if
can't
necessary,
come-
then we will
I-
adjourn
I
it beyond
can't-
vacation.
But it may be
Excuse me,
adjourned beyond. That's
Somebody else
okay,
will
my lord.
appear.
But let this protection be there so that it should not be. Otherwise, tomorrow, Lordship kindly.
For
sees to
professional
say-
reasons.
Well,
Quite
I have
surprising,
one-
quite surprising, my lord.
compulsion.
My friend was not so fair
I
before
have
the
no
division
difficulty
bench.
about it.
See situation.
If my learned friend is
fair.
much hurry,
So fair before-
I can't. I can't help it, my lord. I will lose the chance of persuading your lordships, but that's all right. Maybe some other someday.
No, we'll, on what day do you want, sir?
19th, have it on 19th.
Yes, sir. Yes, 19th we'll have it.
Well, we prefer after vacation.
None of
Since
us
your
are going
lordship
to
be-
says
on
that on that day you take it after.
19th we will decide, we will adjourn it, sir, if it is needed.
That's right, but after
Yes.
19th. you
We'll
have
take
it.
it on the 19th.
Even my
Yes,
colleagues
very
are saying
good.
they won't be here. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ.
Vacation ಶುರು ಆಗಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಯಾರು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. They can't leave the
Didn't
court,
say,
leave the court before vacation.
Mr. Sibal, I can't be.
How can they leave the court and go?
Of course,
Yes.
I know.
I'm traveling, so I
But
can't.
in the
be
meantime,
there.
my lord, this protection may be granted.
Mandamus not
I know, my
to,
lord.
not to leave the jurisdiction.
But this protection may be granted.
No,
No,
that we'll see. Records ಕೊಡಿ.
Records are there.
Entire records of investigation till date, where is it?
Records I can.
Please
I
give-
thought
yes.
status, your lordship. I
Not
thought
status, records of investigation till date, give it, yes. I directed records of investigation.
My lords, in fact, again, as against that also, my lords, there's a notice issued by the division bench.
So I should not see the records?
Not that
Then?
your lordship should not see the records. Your lordship may see, but
Division bench has passed an order not to
no,
see the
we
records.
should only notice on that aspect.
All right.
So-
The learned counsel appearing for the Lokayukta has placed the records of investigation as was directed earlier. The same is taken into the file
Status report. no?
and
Some
and a
statistics.
separate sealed
Sealed
cover with a sealed cover of the status report of investigation. The same, both these covers are taken into the file. List this matter on 19th, sir?
Yes,
19th, yes.
In the meantime, that protection which I
No.
asked.
19th will pass.
So if they close it in the meantime, there will be nothing left, my lord. What is there in this petition for me?
My lord,
No, but this
it's
delay should not, my lord. delay
quite
should not
surprising, my
affect
lord.
me.
Before the division bench, same
Delay
argument
should not
was
be
made.
no, my lord, it is wrong. Delay should not affect me. Just as they say, my lord,
I'm
that
sorry,
if the petition
such
is
an order
allowed, their
in
writ
law
appeal will
cannot
become
be passed.
infructuous. I mean, my writ petition becomes infructuous if
Yes,
ultimately, my lord, they take an action because of the delay.
No court has ever
Therefore, my lord, my
stopped an
respect to the petition is the matter is being delayed.
Yes, no court has
matter
ever
is being
stopped an
delayed.
investigation.
Madam.
Mr. Raghavan, why don't you submit? Mr. Raghavan, why don't you submit that it should be allowed today, your writ petition?
Of
That's
course,
the
I'm
end of the
submitting it.
matter.
Of course, I'm submitting. Of course, I'm saying it. But it
Yes.
will not be granted. But the court will not grant it. That's all the problem. Of course, I'm saying it.
But this is your lordship knows today's body politics. You can't.
I don't know all this, but my learned friend knows all that better than I know.
process.
I am
Yes.
only arguing a case.
All right.
Oh, you are arguing a case. Everybody knows your public spirit, Mr. Raghavan. It is very highly
Yes,
respected.
yes, sir. Yes.
Lord, I'm sorry, Mr. Dave was saying he has some difficulty on 19th.
19th.
No,
my lord, then
let-
what?
We'll see on that day what can be done. We will not close the proceeding without hearing anybody. So rest assured.
If
about
Mr.
that.
But I am not-
20th,
But I was suggesting first day of the reopening. First day
We'll
of
do,
the
we'll
reopening.
do it on that day, sir. We'll do it on that day. If needed, we'll do it on that day.
19th.
First, let the
19th.
objections to the, sir.
Lord,
But if needed is what worries me. Your lordship's not words if needed. Otherwise, yeah, everything will come to an end. That's
no.
why.
Nothing will come to an end anywhere because we are before the
My lord,
division bench.
it will come to an end if the Lokayukta files any final report. Please, therefore, ensure, my lord, that nothing comes to an end.
Yes, sir.
My lord, let it be.
No, no, it's, with
My lord,
great
let it be
respect,
made. After all, my lord, all that I'm asking is that they should not do anything without leave of the
I am
court. What am
sorry
I
to say,
saying?
this
Am I
is
saying anything
unheard of.
unreasonable about it, my lord? My lord, nothing should come to an end, my lord, if it is right.
This is the entire records of investigation
as on yesterday, ma'am.
as on yesterday, right from the beginning till today. Yeah, till yesterday. I was sealed, madam.
Request is not to seal it,
Yes, yes.
only for my lord's consideration.
Of course, yes.
Of course, I'm not even asking for seeing it.
It is satisfied. I am aware, my lord, sir.
But in the meantime, let them not close it, my lord. With your lordship's leave. But what is the harm that will be caused to the other side if this is done?
Where is the
Nothing
prayer,
will be
Mr.
done.
Where is
What
the
that is
prayer?
saying is-
Where is the
What
prayer
is
in the
allowed?
petition?
What is harm it is allowed?
Let status quo be maintained. So far as the proceedings are
Interesting.
concerned,
Very good.
investigation can go on. Let not
Status
final
quo.
action be taken without your lordship's leave.
You have not
What is
challenged.
wrong about
You have
that?
not challenged. My lord, I must think. Lokayukta
What is this, my
order
lord? I
is
don't
not
understand, my
challenged.
learned friends.
Lokayukta order
The
is
very
not
fact that
subject
they're
to this writ.
objecting to this reasonable
Application.
Yes.
What kind of submissions are being made?
My lord,
You have not challenged,
no,
Mr.
no, it is
Raghavan
part of,
Lokayukta
no,
order.
it is part of a,
Challenge
it
it.
will be part, no,
To amend the
it will
petition,
be
challenge
part
it.
of your lordship's
Yes.
direction adjourning the
Yes.
proceedings.
Obviously, this is
But
not.
that is the reason. Your lordships can always impose terms
Yes, this
when
is
your
not
lordships
a
are
legal
adjourning a
proceeding.
case. That happens day in and day out.
It is obvious.
That's
this
all
is
that
not
I'm
a legal
saying.
proceeding.
But delay itself should not render any proceeding
What delay? You
infructuous.
should-
If
you
that
should-
is
That
the
was our
principle,
argument in DB.
if that is the principle, my lord, and that
You did not
equally
agree
applies
to
me.
that. DB requested you, Mr. Raghavan, personally. DB, that's why I said, Mr. Raghavan, please be careful before learned single judge. He
Please
left
be
it to
careful.
your discretion.
I don't know
to
what
your-
management is saying, my lord. I'm not
What-
going to take
what-
what
Now
he's
you
saying.
are
Yes, sir. What is-
opposing here
please-
any
please be careful.
amendment.
I don't know what he's saying, my lord. I don't take no notice of what he's saying.
The lordship said the entire.
Is this the
properties-
entire records?
Property seized, documents seized are not here because they are voluminous.
Hmm.
Lord, seizure of properties, the PF, my lord, PF list is here.
What is there in the other cover? Status report, then what is there?
Status report and one statistics, number of witnesses examined.
That's all right.
communication.
The other one,
Lord, other one is,
statements recorded.
other
alike.
one is 2 files.
Statements recorded.
CD, yes, CD is there. No?
Yes,
CD is there,
Hmm.
about 49 pages of CD is there.
all right.
And then Lord, witness statements which are recorded as on today. It is there.
All right.
Lord, PFs are there, Mahazars are there, but not the properties themselves. The files
That's
which are
all.
seized and the sale deeds or documents which are seized, those are not there.
All right.
Lordship
Yes.
said
Sir, what
entire
is curious, my lord, is the state opposing it in this matter. I don't understand. What is their interest?
If the matter is curious, others are
I
curious.
know, my lord, it becomes curiouser and curiouser as we
Like
go on.
curious, others are furious. What is this? Yes.
And it is becoming curiouser and curiouser, my lord. And a lot of fury is also added by my learned friend, Mr. Dave.
All in the lighter way in the way.
All later, my lord. My lord, I have the highest regard and respect, and he's a very dear and noble friend of mine.
Yes.
Then
As
you
long
should
as they
accept
grant-
his nobility.
You have
In the court, my lord,
Mr. Raghavan, otherwise you would have agreed to adjournment readily.
my lord, this protection may be given, my lord. I'm not asking for anything unreasonable.
I don't know
Please
why my
consider
learned
it.
friend, why my learned friend even
consider
making
it, my lord.
there.
Well, anything.
Are you completing the investigation?
Well, I'm sorry to say,
Huh?
may I make a submission? May I make a,
like,
Advocate General, may I make a submission?
Manoj, with that, Manoj, with
What
great
to do?
respect, Manoj.
In the court, not before the trial court, where I'm supposed to, my investigation officer is supposed to submit report, date is fixed for 24th
Of,
December.
we'll have it on the 19th. Yes,
Manoj, it's-
19th, sir. Now it's a jumble of proceedings. Before the concerned court, before 24th, he has to file. There is an
Manoj,
application.
a petition
here,
is
there
filed
writ
without-
appeals pending.
If a petition is filed without interim relief, moved after 1 month after.
Without
moving-
interim relief.
Without interim relief, moved
Interim
after.
relief will reference.
No, not challenging seeking for a relief to refer to the matter of the Lokayukta. That order is not challenged.
This,
This-
my lord, this is my response and request to your lordships on the plea for adjournment that is being made.
Therefore, my lord,
And adjournment can
the
always
question-
be granted on conditions.
Therefore, the question is whether the Lokayukta will finish or
grant
not
the
finish.
adjournment.
My lord, it is for the
I'm not-
Lokayukta to
Don't grant,
decide.
reject the adjournment.
It should for
No,
the
no.
Lokayukta to
But I'm
decide.
sorry
minute.
to say,
To inject-
but Mr. Raghavan, accept his plea, reject the adjournment. I don't
No.
mind.
1 minute. Even if they file the final report, are the hands of this court tied to pass orders?
My lord, may
That's
not be,
correct.
but things become very complicated.
No.
Things become very
No
complicated.
complications, sir. You are before the court earlier to it.
If it
Now
is
there is a-
transferred
there
to
is a
CBI,
direction
it
by
will
the
not be
court, they will do it.
complicated. What will happen to our appeals? What will happen to
So-
our appeals? Lord, the problem is, I'll tell your lordships in a second. Lord, 24th September judgment of your lordships, the detailed judgment. Your
Yes.
lordships, Lord, have been led by Mr. Raghavan to, Lord, I think a wrong proposition of law. That judgment was only to decide learned governor's sanction under section 17A.
No, no.
Instead,
Everything was argued. I had to answer everything.
no, but complaints, merits of complaints could not be before your lordships. Your
That
lordships
was
have
what was put forth
considered on
also,
merits
sir.
of complaint. That is why we are.
That was what was put forth by the petitioner and the other councils also.
No, my lord, merits were never put forward.
It
They
it was put forth. Merits were
No,
put forth.
it is in the context of sanction
Because
of
it
the
is,
governor.
it is available everywhere. It is in
Lord,
public
it is
domain. You
in the
can see also.
Your lordships are right. It is in the context of sanction of the governor's order.
True, but everything was put in.
But your lordships have said complaint is correct. Your lordships have said allegations against me are correct. Your
Those are,
lordships have
no,
said
that
I
is
am
only
guilty of fraud.
granting permission for investigation.
But I was not there. Your
It is
lordships
in the
have said my client is guilty of fraud. My client
No,
is
my
guilty
lord,
of
No,
Not any
petitioner,
appeal before
no,
your
no, no.
lordships.
The petitioner had to implead you if at all that was needed. Petitioner
No,
alone
no.
had come before the court.
But your lordship should have not refrained from
No, no,
making findings against me.
There is all prima facie findings.
Your Honor, I don't
Anyway,
know
it is before the appellate
Not
court.
for art to be argued
Which
before your
trial
No,
court,
it
lordships.
is before
which
the
trial
appellate
court
court
will see it
anyways.
as prima facie? Your lordship knows which trial court will see it as prima facie.
No, but it is matters before
Coming
the
from the High
appellate court. I
Court
will give.
and coming from my Lord Justice Nagaprasanna's court, these are final findings.
No, no, no,
Every trial court is bound by it.
no.
Every trial court is bound.
Because the matter is before the division bench. Their lordships are seized of the matter. Then
Now
I will
it
not.
is infructuous the way your lordships want to proceed. Lord, it is
No,
infructuous.
no, no. This would, if mere reference in, I have not yet done anything. Mere consideration of a reference to CBI will not render the appeal that you have filed infructuous. It is after all for investigation. If
sorry,
the appeal is
I'm
allowed,
sorry.
any investigation goes away, whether it is to the CBI or to the Lokayukta.
Correct.
Yes,
Any investigation goes away. It goes lock, stock, barrel.
now the matter is being considered at large by the division bench, at
Yes,
large.
sir. Yes.
So if the division bench comes to a different conclusion on law, Malads, then all this is infructuous. This
No,
cannot
all,
go
see,
on.
even assuming there is an order passed, that also will flow away with the division bench's
The
order. In
meanwhile,
case the division
Lord,
bench-
in the
How will it?
meanwhile,
How will it?
in the
If there
meanwhile,
is a
no,
fair
no.
comply, Malads, fair comply. CBI would have taken over investigation, be a fair
No,
comply.
in the place of Lokayukta, CBI would have come in.
That's not, no, it's still be a fair comply, Malads. How will this go on, Malads? They will have said, we have investigated half the matter and we have now come to a conclusion. All that, nobody will be able
We'll
to.
consider.
You know that, I know that. We've been
Yes,
enough. You have been enough years at the bar and so have I, Malads. So you know that it will be infructuous.
Yes.
Yes, so let's be clear on that. And let's not Malads think that it's not going to be infructuous. It will be. Therefore, it is our fervent request, Malads, that your lordship
No,
should have. if you don't
I'll
want to-
post it on the 19th. We will definitely pass some order on the 19th.
Yes, please do. And
Yes.
then adjourn it afterwards. That's all that we are requesting.
Yes, we will definitely pass some order on the 19th.
Thank you.
Grateful.
they should not close the investigation and make the whole thing infructuous. My lord. That is not, that's
My
not,
lord,
we
first
should
of
not
all-
be faced with that situation.
First
But
of all,
this is what
my lord,
this is the, if I may
this is
say, so,
the,
this is the
this is
reason why the
the
matter won't be
20th
adjourned.
time my learned friend has made this request.
Of
20th.
course. I mean, you have made a request for adjournment umpteen times
Forward.
now.
You know very well that
Yes,
I mean,
we'll take it on the 9th.
obliged, my lord.
Yes.
my lord, in the meantime, you're
And
not,
even if they do something like that, matter is here.
my lord, but then,
Is it,
But
that's
it's
not,
not-
that's not, sir, that's not,
Lord,
be-
this is not,
no, that's not be all and end all. Nor these proceedings are be all and end all. Let us before the.
my lord, I understand.
also.
My lord, this is not a 482 proceeding where your lordships can pass any type of an order. In a 482, I understand, my lord, your lordships can mold and
Type of
relieve
order.
do all. But this is not a 482.
Any kind of order.
Writ petition. It's a writ petition.
Yes.
Therefore, my lord, there are some
Yeah,
apprehensions that we have. And
know,
in view of the fact that the matter is to be adjourned, in the meantime, my lord, no party is
the adjournment.
prejudiced. I don't
Reject the
understand how their
adjournment.
rights will be prejudiced at all by the prayer I'm making.
Reject the
In the
adjournment.
least,
by allowing-
nothing is going to happen. Nothing is
Reject
going to happen. to
All
them.
Reject the
applications I will
adjournment.
consider on the next day. Yes.
Very well. I will.
Those are copies. Lordship looking for originals, but I can paste them.
Why have you given copies?
But I was not prepared for giving, but I only status report I thought.
No. How can you give copies to the?
Of the entire set.
Yes,
I can paste that.
before the end of the day.
Uh,
Yes,
10 minutes.
yes. Yes, sir, on the 19th.
Great.
Yes,
Fine.
You can take back.
and get the entire thing.
Is that 2:30? Is it be to 2:30?
Yes, sir, at your whatever time you want.
2:30, my lord.
All
2:30.
right, 2:30.
2:30.
Yes.
Deeply obliged.
So I'll list on 19th for the hearing at 2:30.